Friday, and it's the day before Good Friday, and there is no better recipe today than hot cross buns. But guys, I have a confession to make. I've been looking for yeast for days now, and we can't find it where I live. And my husband even went so far, because I'm not going to the store anymore, he's the one going to the store, to ask a few stores for yeast, and they said people are not supplying them. I don't know if other people stock up a lot on yeast, but I'm not a big yeast fan. We don't use yeast except when we buy bread or something like that, but I never keep that ingredient in my house until for hot cross buns, because you know you want it to be nice and fluffy and moist and soft. But following up today to Thursday, and tomorrow is Good Friday, we still didn't find any. So what I'm making is the hot cross buns without any yeast. So guys, if you don't have yeast, it's not a problem. You can still make your hot cross buns. So these are the ingredients for the hot cross buns. In this bowl here, I have 3 cups of flour. I'm gonna be adding to that 2 tablespoons of baking powder, because this, like I said, this will be a no yeast hot cross buns. We checked, my husband checked everywhere, and he couldn't find yeast, and I don't want to put him in danger to go out of his way. So today I'm gonna be making a no yeast hot cross bun. So to my 3 cups of flour, I'm gonna be adding 2 tablespoons of baking powder. So you can always, for hot cross buns, there's so many different ways. And guys, because of everything that's going on, if you don't have one ingredient, you can substitute for something else. And I'm gonna be adding into that, I have 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and I have 1 teaspoon of cinnamon powder, and then I want to add about 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, and I'm going to be grating that freshly into here, because I love the fresh grated nutmeg in all my baking. So I'm going to just grate about 1 teaspoon of freshly grated nutmeg in here, and I think that's it. And I will be adding into that, in my dry ingredients, I also want to add into here some lemon zest. I usually add citrus, but today I don't have any, so I'm going to be adding some lemon zest, and that will be about 1 teaspoon of lemon zest. And guys, if you're ever using lemon zest for any cooking or any baking, make sure you don't go too deep on the zest. Make sure that you're not getting into the white part, because the white part is not a very flavorful taste in your cooking or baking. It's a little bit on the bitter side. So put in as much as you like. I'm gonna be adding in about 1 teaspoon of that, and you can always use this lemon, and I'll be using it to add to my glaze. So lemon just add another level of flavor. And like I said, if you don't have citrus, you can always add lemon zest, because now you can hardly go to the store. There is limited amount of ingredients now, more than ever. So in here, I'm going to be adding 1/2 cup of brown sugar into the dry, and then I'm just going to quickly give this a stir, so we can get everything mixed in nice and well. And I love the smell that I'm getting here. I'm getting that nice lemony, citrusy fragrance. It looks good already. And I want to add into that my 1 cup of chopped raisins. And I add a little bit, like a handful, not less than a handful, about 2 teaspoons of dates, because I like that sticky texture that the dates will add to this cross buns. It's gonna add a nice sticky texture, because hot cross buns, as much as sticky and gooey and fruity as it is, the taste and flavor will be so much better. So guys, I have here 1 cup of room temperature milk. I'm not using hot milk because I'm not using yeast for this ingredient. So I have 1 cup of room temperature milk. In here I have 4 teaspoons of melted butter, and I'm gonna add that to the milk. I'm gonna add it to the milk because this is the wet ingredient, and I'll be adding 2 eggs to that. And I want to break the eggs separately so I can take out what I don't want from the egg before I put it into the mixture. And then I'll take out these little pieces of unwanted things like I always do. You guys know me who watch my video ready for any egg recipe. You know that I always take out these white things that you find in the egg. And then what I want to do now is I want to get a good mix with this. I just want to whisk the egg up a little. So I'm breaking it up before I add it to the wet ingredient. And then I'm gonna add my 2 eggs to the milk and the melted butter, just like that. And then to mix everything, I'm gonna add this to my dry ingredient, and then I'll mix it with my mixer. And then I want to mix it to a consistency that it's not too soft and not too hard. It should have the right texture, like a little bit on the sticky side, but not too much on the dry side. So I'll pour this in here, and then I'll use my mixer to mix this well. You can also mix this by hand, or you can use a spoon or something. But today I want to use my mixer, so I'm going to go ahead and mix this with my mixer, and then I'll come back and show you guys how it looks after I mix it. So guys, I had to go ahead and add 1 more cup of flour while I was mixing it because it was too sticky, and you don't want it to be too sticky. You want it to be nice and soft like this. So look at how beautiful the color is, and you can see all the raisins and everything all over. So, and the smell is amazing. So what I'm gonna do now, I'll put it into this bowl here and leave it for an hour to sit so it can rise, because remember, I'm not using any yeast, but we want it to be nice and soft and fluffy. So we're gonna let it sit for an hour and let it rise, and I will come back and show you guys how it looks after that process. Okay guys, let's see. Wow, it looks like more than how we leave it, right? So because mine is not yeast cross buns, it's not gonna be that like big, like it won't rise too much because I'm using baking powder, but I can see that it rise. I will take it out from here now. Wow, that is so moist. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna flour it on top. I'm gonna flour the bottom, and I want to make some little balls that I can make for size of the rolls. So I'm just gonna cut this in half, and I want to make equal size so we can have them all bake in the same even time. Like we don't have to worry about some will finish before some. So I'm gonna try my best to get these. So 2, 4. I want to make them into about 12 pieces. And look how beautiful the color is. You can see that it will be nice, like it will be nice and brown, because you can see all that cinnamon, and I can see all the raisins, and I can see some of the dates pieces showing out. And this looks so good, guys. It feels so soft. This dough feels so soft. I am just happy the way it's looking and it's feeling. I know I'm gonna get a good turnout. So guys, if you don't have yeast, don't sweat. The whole week I was so stressed out about getting yeast, and I said, you know what, I do all my baking because I'm not a big yeast person. I don't like to use yeast anyways. That's what I don't have extra in my house. I was thinking I want it to come out nice and soft, but these feel amazing. So guys, if you don't have the yeast, that doesn't mean that you can't make hot cross buns. What you want to do, you want to roll them and make nice little balls like that. So I fold back everything and make it to like a round ball, and I'm gonna put it into my baking pan that I have grease on the bottom so it's not gonna stick when we're done. And then I'm gonna do the same for all the rest of them. I really do like the color that I have right now because I don't want it to look white when I'm done. Like if it's bread, I want it to have a beautiful brown sticky, like what I remember from back home. Inside must be filled with raisin. Look how nice this is coming out here, and it must be delicious and tasty in every layer and every bite. So I will put these in here nicely. I'm gonna continue to do the rest, and guys, we're gonna put these to bake. And actually I'm gonna rest it for another 15 to 20 minutes. I'm just gonna rest it a little. So, and then I can put it in the oven. So let me roll these off and then we'll come right back and show you guys how it looks. So guys, this is what they look like after I roll them off. I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13. So I'm actually baking them in 2 different dishes because I don't want to clutter them up too much. I know they might spread out a little, so I want to give them enough room. So I'm gonna leave this to sit until my oven is hot up, maybe another 10-15 minutes or even 20, and then I'll put them to bake in the oven. Okay guys, so my oven is preheating at 375 and it's ready, and these were sitting after I rolled them off for another 25 minutes, and like I said, I didn't use any yeast. So I don't expect them to look like big and humongous, but I'm satisfied with the way it looks. I'm gonna put them in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes, and then I'll take them out and let you guys know how our cross buns without yeast look and taste.
I'm excited.
So guys, we're gonna be making our glaze now for the cross buns. And in the pan, I have 1 tablespoon of butter melting up. I want to add to that 2 tablespoons of sugar, but I want this butter to melt a little before I add the sugar. So I'm going to help it to melt a little, and then I'm going to keep working this until it melts. Butter is nicely melted. I'm going to add my 2 spoons of brown sugar, and that's 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. I will add into that. Let me quickly stir this, and then I want to add into here 3/4 cup of water. So I'm gonna add that right now. And then we will let this go down and get like a thick kind of glazy kind of texture that we want it to be. But before I do so, I'm gonna scrape into here some lemon zest, because we want the glaze to be nice and lemony. Remember, we add some of the lemon zest into the hot cross buns mixture, so we want to keep that same flavor going on in the inside and the outside. So I'm just gonna nicely grate this into the glaze, and it is, I see I have a good portion here. Yep, I'm gonna work this until it is nice and thick and to the consistency that I'm looking for. Okay guys, after 20 minutes to the exact in the oven, my beautiful hot cross buns without yeast is done. I made them with baking powder instead of yeast. I really love how they turn out. My kitchen smells so nice, and my glaze is coming along nicely here. So as soon as this is reduced a little bit more, I would like it to reduce, I have to make my cross for the buns, and we're all set for tasting. Guys, so it is time for the glazing part. So I'm gonna put these on nicely, and already you can see that shiny glazy kind of look that we're looking for. And see how I did? I didn't cluster them, so I gave them enough room to cook without being too attached to the next one beside. Like some of them still came out like that, but I think they had enough room to cook instead of being too cluttered up. But I'm so happy that they came out well, because like I said, if you don't have yeast, you can still make your hot cross buns with, I did baking powder, and it came out just as good as the regular one. I'm gonna open them as soon as I finish making the cross on the top, and you guys will see that you can still do this without yeast. So your family can still have cross buns, depends on what you like to put in. In the whole, I'm not a big yeast fan. I don't care about yeast that much, but I wanted to make it with yeast because I thought it's gonna give it a better fluffiness, but you can certainly do it without. So guys, the glaze is the sugar, the butter, a little bit of water, and I went ahead and I put in some orange zest, not orange zest, sorry, some lemon zest to give it a little bit of flavor. And I tasted just now when I finished making it, and you can taste that nice lemon zesty kind of flavor on it. It tasted so nice. So I'm looking forward to just dig into these. And I tried to break that one. You can see, Jess, there is like a break on the side. I tried to break it to feel if it was nice and soft, but my finger went right through, so I know that they bake well. So just 25, let me see, 15 and 5, 20 minutes into the oven, and it was all ready and done. You can soak it up as nicely as you want. You make sure that you coat them very well so they can be nice and sticky to your taste bud. You can make it as nice and sticky as you like, because I think that's what make the hot cross buns exciting, the stickiness on the bun. And then I'm gonna let this cool down because I don't want to add my icing sugar when it's hot, because it's gonna melt and fall right off. So as soon as they cool off a little more, I will make, so I can show the mixture now for the icing that we will add on top. So what I'm gonna do, I have half a cup of icing sugar, and I'm gonna add a few teaspoons, maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons of milk, and I'm just gonna stir that in until I have like a paste-like consistency. So I'm gonna work this in. I don't wanna mix it too hard. Yep, and I don't wanna mix it too runny. So I wanna have like a paste-like consistency that we can, when we put the cross on top, it won't run off. It will just stay on top and make a beautiful cross on the top. So there it is. I'm just gonna wait until the cross buns cool off a little, and then we will add our cross on the top. We're almost there, guys. Moment of truth, I'm gonna put this icing sugar. If you don't have icing bag,
you can put it in a plastic bag.
Yes, I'm gonna put this in a Ziplock bag, and I will cut the end, and that's how I'm gonna put the cross onto. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do everything with one hand. So I'm putting this here into the icing, sorry, not the icing, but the Ziplock bag, and then I'm gonna cut a little tip here on the end. Little tip here, so we're not gonna have too much flowing out at the same time. And Jessica, tell me if you're in a good angle.
Yes.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put my cross with this icing sugar, and I'm gonna do it like this, and then I will put I think I made the icing sugar a little bit too soft, but that's okay. I will put them on every one of them, until I'm done.
Mommy, this looks so good.
You like it?
Yeah.
Guys, look how beautiful those are. Look how nice and sticky, and my cross, they didn't make as perfect as I want them because I made the icing a little bit too runny. But I'm gonna try because I can't do cooking without tasting. So look at that, guys. Look how beautiful that is. So I will taste and let you guys know. So guys, this is it, the beautiful, beautiful hot cross buns without yeast. I want to wish everybody a happy Easter long weekend. I want to shout out to my viewer, Karishma. I want to shout out to Michaela, Hannah, and Brian. And I hope you guys stay safe. It's going to be an Easter indoor, but guys, make as much memories with your family as you can. If you don't have too much to do, you can probably try my recipe of hot cross buns and share it with your family. And like I said, if you don't have yeast, you can go right ahead and use baking powder. So I'm gonna dig into this because I know this is what you guys were waiting for, and I'm gonna let you guys know. Oh my God, it is so soft. Jessica, look at it. So soft. Right away I bite into a beautiful raisin. Guys, oh my gosh, it tastes so good, and I can taste, look at that. I can taste that lemon zest that we grated into the bun, and I can taste it right on top of the glaze. Guys, this is so soft. I didn't expect it to come out so soft, but this reminds me of the exact one I used to eat back home. It came out really well. So trust me, guys, you don't really need yeast for this ingredient. You can do it with baking powder, but like I said, this is my ingredient. You can make it as fancy, you can change it up how you like, but this is a very easy step, guys. Try it. So I'm taking a bite for my viewers. It tastes so good, and it is nice and warm in there, guys. All you want to do is get a glass of milk or some fruit juice or something like that, and then sit down and enjoy. I can taste the rich cinnamon and nutmeg and everything in there. So guys, please have a wonderful, wonderful Easter weekend indoor. Make as much memories as you can. While I was doing this hot cross buns, my little one was saying she's gonna make a game to play tomorrow, and she made a game from scratch. So do something fun, enjoy your Easter. Never mind it's indoor, there's so much that we can do. So guys, please remember to try it. Let me know if you like my step. Leave me a comment and let me know.
That is really good. Guys, don't forget to subscribe, like, comment down below what you think about this video and anything else you want us to make. Please remember to share with all of your other friends. Until then, bye for now.